All right, welcome to Tools of the Trade. I am very excited to walk through this and show you guys the stack that we use to honestly just scale further. Okay, this is the whole goal of CRO. It is to scale further. I'm gonna say that time and time again. But these three tools here are the three tools that we absolutely live by. I'm gonna walk you through what they are. I'm gonna dive into the back end of them as well, and we're gonna be diving deeper in how to set these up and how to use them. But I want to just show you them at first, and I'm gonna tell you which ones you probably will need right away and which ones you can use afterwards. Now, the first one that is brand new to us, and again, if you've heard of Replo or Unbounce or Funnelish or any of these things, to be honest, some of them I've used, some of them I haven't. But at the end of the day, I have found that this tool right here, PageDeck, is honestly changing the way that e-commerce pages should be built. And as it says here, it says this is the fastest landing pages for e-commerce. And the whole goal of this is speed. Okay, speed is the name of the game, and PageDeck allows us to do that. And not only does PageDeck allow us to do that, it allows us to remove a lot of the other headaches that come with CRO, such as dealing with developers or massive Figma files or dealing with, I don't even want to get into it, but the amount of QA, like hours and hours, or for us, sometimes days and weeks of QA and making sure things are functioning properly. PageDeck eliminates that, okay? It allows you to focus on the things that really matter, which is the offer, the messaging, and the content. Okay, so I'm going to explain this. I'm going to jump in, but if you're interested in PageDeck, it starts at I believe it's $129 or $149. You can use our code, which should be EZA15. Let me just double check and confirm that. It is indeed EZA15, so you can use that. It'll give you, I don't know, 15% off, so you save 22 bucks. There you go. But with that said, for the price of this, just to give you context, I was paying developers the upwards of $5,000 a month to basically help me with things. And even when I was paying them hourly, I was still paying them $1,000 a month to help me with CRO. On top of that, you then have to pay a designer that actually knows what they're doing and can navigate Figma or navigate a Replo and actually build things in a way that a designer knows how to, who's actually trained. And then from there, I would spend all my time QAing and making sure things were actually working properly. Whereas with this, you can just pay 150 bucks and you're good to go. And what I love about this is there's no traffic limits and you can have as many pages as you want, okay? And so this is PageDeck. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. And this can also be used for A/B testing. It says coming soon. Depending on when you're watching this, we actually have access to it already. And so it's pretty incredible for allowing you to do this. Now, if you are only on the basic plan, I'm actually still in the process of figuring out how to get split testing over to people who are on the basic plan. With that said, this is something that I honestly cannot recommend enough. I'm going to walk in and show you a little bit more around this, and a lot of this training is going to be focused on PageDeck, but the main thing here is speed. Okay, so PageDeck is the first tool. Now, before you go and sign up for all these tools, make sure you watch the rest of the training. Okay, make sure you see where they are used. Again, I'm just showing you these tools first so you can see them. But if we go ahead and jump into the next tool, the next one is IntelliGems. And again, IntelliGems was the previous tool that we used to fully rely on for split testing, and we still do for some of our clients. With that said, the reason why we are not using this as much anymore is because we're more focused on the data inside of the ad account and using PageDeck for that, which we will get to. With that said, inside of here, you can see the pricing for IntelliGems is a little bit more expensive depending on how many orders that you are getting. This is just the tool that we use, and the reason why we like it is because the reporting and everything inside of it is just, it's like a 12-year-old made it, which is what I really like. So I really cannot recommend IntelliGems enough for people that are wanting site-wide CRO testing specifically for Shopify. It allows you to test themes and templates and do things very quickly, and that's what I like about it. Again, it's all about speed, and so IntelliGems is what we use for this. The analytics dashboard is also incredible, and if you use our discount code, which is EZA10, you can get 10% off of that, so that brings it down to about $89 a month, and this is just a Shopify app app that you can install on your store. And again, I will show you what this looks like. But with that said, the other way that we use IntelliGems is for profit optimization. So this is now $499 a month. But what this allows you to do is actually split test your prices, split test your shipping. You can split test specific offers as well, but I'm going to explain more how to test offers through PageDeck. But the main thing here is that this is a great tool for brands that I would say are doing above $100,000 a month, or even then, if you're just a brand doing maybe 20 or 30,000 and you're not really sure on your pricing or whatever, or your shipping, you can test with this. But at the end of the day, just know it's going to take you a lot longer, probably like 2 or 3 months to get statistically significant data. I'm not sure if you remember that from the previous video. Hopefully you watched that video. But in order to get data that is actually actionable, it's going to take a long time. So we typically don't recommend this to anyone that's doing below $100,000 per month, because you do need the traffic in order to actually get the right data. With that said, it is a great tool and makes testing your prices and testing shipping incredibly easy. There's going to be more training on that in the program. With that said, this is IntelliGems, and if you are looking for a standard A/B testing tool, because Google Optimize doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately, we use IntelliGems. It's great for Shopify and it works really, really well. Now, the final tool in here is heatmap.com. Now, big shout out to Dylan Ander. A lot of what I learned around Zero is actually from Dylan. With that said, I don't know if we actually made it on here. I hope EZA made it on here. Maybe we did. I got to double check now. Unfortunately, we didn't make it. With that said, heatmap.com is incredible because it actually shows you revenue. Okay, so it's revenue for the clicks on your website rather than just clicks. Okay, we need to focus on revenue rather than clicks. And again, heatmap.com starts out at $89 per month. It's super cheap, honestly, for what it does and the data that you can get. It's going to help you optimize your landing pages further. I'll have more training on heatmap.com as well because it is such a great tool. With that said, it is really good for overall just tracking your revenue and seeing what is happening on your pages for all of the clicking and all the elements, and I'm going to get into these as well. But the main thing is heatmap.com is just not really, it's not necessary, like you can get by without it, but it is a really great tool to go through and just kind of put it on your website, see what's going on, and also have it on your landing pages in order to see how people are interacting with your pages to come up with actual data backed strategies around what is driving revenue and what is not. So this is heatmap.com, pretty straightforward. Same thing here, $89 a month. As of right now, there's not a discount code, but if there is, you'll see it underneath the video. I still got to chat with Dylan about it. They were in beta when we signed up a lot of our clients, but it's a really great tool for actually understanding what is happening on your website. Okay, so those are tools of the trade. I'm going to get into what they actually look like as well. You can see I've got these tabs open, so I'm going to jump into each and every single one of them and give you a full walkthrough. I just wanted to let you know what the tool stack is that we use. And again, you don't have to sign up for all of these right now. I would encourage you to watch the rest of the training, understand how they work, and then you can sign up, because if you just sign up without knowing how to use it, then you're just going to pay, and that doesn't really make sense. But if there's one tool that you want to sign up for because you're just really excited, the one that you're definitely going to need to sign up for is PageDeck. So you can go ahead and do that, because the next kind of steps and everything is going to be focused around PageDeck. But with that said, if you have any questions around these tools, let me know. And then of course, the more tools that we add, or if there are other softwares that we end up implementing, there will be more to follow on this as well.